It's a cold and blustery day here in Ohio. It's been a while since we've done an outdoor video, since I've had time to actually get out in the woods and make a video, because it takes a long time. There's a lot to making a video out in the woods for me, because I don't have my own acres, so I have to go out into a park or a neighbor's property or something like that and make a video. So that's why it doesn't happen very often. But I thought, since it's such a beautiful day, and it's like that perfect fall weather for some soup. Sarge Vining, he gave all of us at Squirrel Camp some Erbswurst. And I didn't make it there at camp because I kind of already had my own menu. And I also didn't want to insult him in case I didn't like it in person. So now that he's about 2,000 miles away, I can be honest about it and give you my honest perspective without him hitting me upside the head with his bread pan. I'm also going to make it on my Preston Mess Kit. Now, this is a new Preston Mess Kit for me. It's not complete. Dave Canterbury has my full complete set, but this one has a canteen that's in usable condition. And I'll tell you a little bit about how to take care of your canteens. That way they don't get all cruddy or nasty or moldy or anything like that here as we go along. But first things first, we got to set up the camp stove. I'm not making a fire. Instead, I'm going to use my Primus, which I haven't used in a while, and I've been biting at the bit for the kind of weather to use it. So we're going to clear out this space because we don't want any of these leaves to catch fire, and we'll get it primed and ready to go. And you'll get to see this little journey along with me. And if you're sitting by a fire or sitting in your home all warm and toasty, then I hope you can live vicariously through me for this awesome experience, and I appreciate you joining me. All right, so let's clean off an area. All right, something that I've never talked to you guys about before when it comes to fire building, fire safety, things like that, is what is a good rule of thumb to make sure that you have a clear space. And it really depends on the size of fire that you're going to make. If you're going to have like an actual campfire, then you definitely want at least about 2.5 to 3 foot all the way around, a good circumference. Now, with this little stove, about 2 foot is perfectly fine. Don't need to go beyond 2 foot. So we gotta get out all of our little bobs and parts here. All right. Now this is a 1920s Primus, and it's a kerosene stove, not an alcohol stove. So it's got a few different parts and pieces. You got the little lipstick burner, which is this. You got the little priming pan here that goes down. We're going to fill that up with alcohol, and then you got your burner itself, which just kind of sits there nice and snug. We're going to heat up the lipstick part. That way, as the fuel rises, it vaporizes and comes out the top. Now, we want this to be as flat as possible without any angles. Now, inside my stove, I got my little burner here, which is really nice to be used for the like a screwdriver, if you will. Keep that there, and we're going to screw that down. I have my handy dandy wrench. This is not an original wrench. Mine did not come with the original wrench. We're going to snug that down good and tight. All right. Now that we've got that, we're going to, you don't need this. I like it, especially with what we're going to do to balance our pot. You got to have a pricker for these. So take off the crown. Prick that a couple times. Make sure all the carbon is clean. There's no gunk or anything like that, because that's one of the biggest problems with these. Now this little valve down here on the side, that is going to be left open because we want to be able to adjust it. We're just going to open it slightly. And we're going to make sure that, yep. Our plunger is well oiled, it's good to go. Okay, so now we got our alcohol in this little itty bitty brass bottle. That came in tin. I chose the brass because tin, well, it rusts if the tin gets scratched off. Brass, on the other hand, does not. And because of how cold it is, we might have to heat this up a few times. Whoop! Whoa, slippery hands. Now it appears that we got that going. Let's go ahead and get our canteen out and the Preston cup. Okay, so we've got our water here. I have no idea how much to put in. Figure we'll put in about half. So Sarge Vine packaged this up in two different ways for us at Squirrel Camp. On one, he's got like a little paper tube here. Woo! He's got a couple pucks of the Erbswurst in it. And the other version, which he told us that he's going to sell these, are these little mailing tubes, which is really cool. Got these little cubes here. Just gonna put one in and we'll heat that up and see if we need to add another one. He also suggested we add some crackers. So I got some hardtack here. I think I'm just going to put one in there for the time being. And I also have, I'm going to be hunting camp without some type of, deer summer sausage. He said that you put a couple hunks of this in there, kick it up a notch. All right. See how it goes. But as cold as it is outside, 27 degrees, I don't know how long it's going to take to cook. But this is a really cool opportunity to show you a couple things. First of all, the Erbswurst, the Sergeant Vining made. Because he made a video about it and he's really proud of it. He experimented with it extensively. And this is a survival food. And for a hunting camp or something like that, where you have very basic things, it's very nutritional, gets you all the calories that you need, and soup, especially in this kind of weather, is ideal. It also shows you the practicality of the Preston Mess Kit. So right here, we got this little pot, or it could be a cup, and you got your canteen. And it's all condensed. Now there's the frying pan and the plate that also comes with the Preston Mess Kit, but for what we're doing, to save weight or whatever, there you go. Or if I didn't want to use my little bag here, I could have used the plate and the mess kit to have all my rations, like the meat, have the hard crackers or something like that inside of it. The Preston Mess Kit also has this really cool wool liner. Now, when we get these reproduced, we'll see what it would cost to make a reproduction cover, something like this. But as it is, if you were interested, if you'd be interested in a reproduction Preston Mess Kit, then in the description box below, you'll see a link to a Google form. In that Google form, you put your name, put your email. We need 500 people to make this a reality. And I'm telling you, like this kit is the bee's knees. It's gonna be awesome. It's been a pipe dream of mine for a long time. I don't want it to be a pipe dream anymore, and I just need your guys' help to make this thing a reality. Now, on a cold day, it's also really smart to have your coffee already made, all ready to go. Look at that steam coming right off of the coffee. That way I don't have to cook it. All I have to do is just pour it. It's a good morale booster, but it also keeps your internal temperature nice and warm. Now, when it comes to drying things out, like water bottles, like the canteen, like I said I was going to tell you about, it's really important that you dry out the insides. Put them upside down. Use toilet paper rolls. If you use toilet paper rolls and you roll them up, toilet paper sheets and you roll them up and then stick them in the mouth all the way down to the bottom, it will wick out the moisture. You might have to change it, once or twice for a couple days, but that will ensure you that, especially your tinware, it gets nice and dry. But your glassware, just like these old bottles, you want to make sure they're nice and dry too. You don't want some funky smell, mold, or anything else like that going. Now this is heating up. The water is moving. We're not at a simmer yet, but there is steam coming off of it. That's awesome. That's exciting. So aluminum will conduct heat twice as much as steel. And this is an aluminum cup. The reproductions will actually be made out of 416 stainless steel, which is designed, 416 stainless steel is designed for high temps. So if you're going to be using it on a stove like this, if you're going to be using it on a campfire, something like that, it's not going to warp or be damaged. It would take a lot for that to happen. But since it's stainless steel, it's also going to take a little bit longer to heat up. But most people don't want to mess with aluminum anymore. So that's why we're doing it the new way. Now to keep this thing going, the stove going, I'm pumping it just slightly. When I see the flame starting to get a little low, I pump it just real slow, 1 or 1.5 pumps. And then if the flames start getting out of control, I just let off the air pressure using a little valve. So I'm constantly keeping a balance with it, so it doesn't go out of control. Oh. All right, I think I'm going to pause the video here. That way I can get warmed up, and I'll bring you in once everything starts to really simmer and everything's done, ready to cook. When everything's done and it's cooking. All right, there's the finished product. Oh, for a relaxing day in the woods, that really wasn't all that relaxing. These old kerosene stoves are a pain in the ass, in my opinion. These old kerosene stoves are a pain in the butt, in my opinion. Not really my favorite to use, especially in cold weather. Okay, so here we go. Erbswurst with some deer summer sausage, which actually smells really good. Kind of smells like a holiday dinner. No, Sarge, it's good. It doesn't look good, but it's good. So if you've never had Erbswurst, or you want that survival food, then check out Sarge's video. I'll put it in the description box below. But it's actually really, really good. Yeah, give that a shot. Now, Preston Mess Kit works wonderfully. You know, it's definitely a one-man size portion. I could have filled this up a little bit more and served probably 2 people with it. But this is good. That along with some coffee. You know, what else do you want in the woods, right? Now, if you like this video, please click like. Don't forget to check out the description box below. It has Sarge's videos on it. It has the form to fill out if you're interested in the Preston Mess Kit, because it's all included, man. And it's a generous portion for water. There's even a link below that shares with you the written article, because the history of the Preston Mess Kit itself is absolutely fascinating. Dave Canterbury and James Bender are supposed to be making videos about them as well. And if we can get enough people, we'll get this all figured out. By this time next year, you know, we'll have them for purchase. So help spread the word, especially if you know people who are really into outdoor adventure in one way or another. Don't forget to check out my Camp Crafters Guild, because on there are a lot of great people that are sharing their information. And I know you have some knowledge as well. And if you like a collaborative community of people who like outdoor adventure in all the different forms, then the Camp Crafters Guild is for you. We have challenges, we have, you know, lots of resources on there, including the people, but I'm talking about written resources to help you become a better outdoors person. So check that out, www.honorableoutfitters.com/join the guild. Now, if you'd like to see my video about the Preston Mess Kit, then check it out here. If you want to check out my video about the camp, like all my camp crafting playlists, then check it out here. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Give a kiss to your loved ones, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.